Fancy seeing you here. You must have liked last week's episode. You came back for more, and obviously you already know what this is, the street sign. Storytime. Spent some time in this area. A lot more than I probably wanted to, no offense. But Arsenal Street, Watertown. You've been there. I've been there. Well, maybe you haven't been there. Well, maybe not you. You have been there for sure. But either way, I figured, you know what? Let's get to the explosive truth behind Watertown's most dangerous sounding road. And I feel like if you're ready, there's no better time than now to talk about Arsenal Street in Watertown, New York. Because let's be honest, every single sign has a story, and every story is just believable enough to make you question your reality. And today, we're heading to Watertown, New York to unravel the tale behind one of the most intense sounding streets in upstate New York, Arsenal Street. Now, you might be thinking, Arsenal Street sounds like where Rambo shops for groceries. And you'd be kind of right, because back in the early 1800s, Arsenal Street wasn't just a clever name. It was literal. The boom behind the name and the legend has it that in 1808, during a particularly tense game of let's tick off the British again, local officials in Watertown, they got pretty nervous, like really nervous. They feared a British invasion could come right down the St. Lawrence River, guns blazing, tea spilling. So they built a full-blown arsenal right in Watertown. This wasn't just a shed with a few muskets and a cranky guard. No, we're talking cannons, explosives, uniforms, and probably at least one guy named Clem who really loved powder kegs. A little bit too much. The road that connected the arsenal to the rest of Watertown, naturally, became known as Arsenal Street. It was a road built for wagons carrying cannonballs, crates of black powder, and soldiers who probably smelled like danger and damp wool. And even after the arsenal faded into history, the street kept the name. Because let's be honest, mildly historical military supply path, it just doesn't hit the same. But as time went on, Arsenal Street became less about muskets and more about shopping malls, fast food joints, car dealerships, and enough traffic lights to make a grown man cry. It's now the bustling commercial spine of Watertown, and while you're more likely to find a burrito than a bayonet, the history is still there, just buried under a TJ Maxx and a surprisingly aggressive Chick-fil-A drive-thru. Fun fact break! Watertown, New York edition. All right, before we fire off the second half of the tale, let's drop some real deal trivia about Watertown, New York, because we're not just about tall tales here at Street Signs Storytime, right? It was the birthplace of the safety pin, sorta. Okay, while the actual patent may not be from here, Watertown was an early hub for innovation in all things practical, weird, and pointy. Industrial invention was a big part of its 19th century boom, and several textile and tool patents came out of the small city. It gets pretty cold in Watertown, like record-breaking cold in 2014. Watertown made national news with temperatures dropped to negative 37 degrees Fahrenheit. Locals still brag about it like it's a badge of honor. Oh, you got snow? That's cute. We got frostbite in 5 minutes and kept shoveling. Black River, the whitewater capital of the Northeast. Yep. Watertown is home to the Black River, known for some of the best whitewater rafting in eastern U.S. People actually travel from all over just to get tossed around like human laundry in those rapids. And little tree air fresheners. You've seen them hanging. You've had them hanging. Watertown, New York, baby. Back to Arsenal Street. The secret that still echoes. Well, here's where things get a little weird, because in 1957, during construction on what would later become a discount furniture store, because of course, workers uncovered a sealed underground room just off Arsenal Street. Inside, a rusted cannon, several crates of military uniforms, and stacks of handwritten notes, one of which read, "Do not remove the powder keg. Ever. It's unstable. Lieutenant H. Prescott, 1812. Naturally, they immediately removed the powder keg. But miraculously, nothing exploded, but the mystery remained. Who was Lieutenant Prescott? And why did he leave a note that sounded like the intro to a historical horror film? Local folklore claims that every year, on the anniversary of the Arsenal's founding, the traffic lights on Arsenal Street, they flicker at exactly 12:12 a.m., and if you drive past the original Arsenal site at that moment, your radio will cut out and play nothing but fife music for exactly 22 seconds. Is it real? I don't know. Go find out. Will I be driving that stretch of the road at midnight to find out? Nope. That traffic is cursed, and no ghost of Lieutenant Prescott is worth it. So here's the final word on Arsenal Street. The next time you're stuck at the 14th red light on Arsenal Street, just remember, you're not just in a sea of brake lights. You're driving on a road that once carried cannonballs into battle, a road where military secrets may still be buried beneath your discount tires, a road that once echoed with the sound of muskets and now echoes, "Would you like to upsize your combo?" From the battlefield to Bed Bath & Beyond, Arsenal Street has seen it all. As always, if you got a street name that you want us to dig into next, drop it in the comments, and please let us know. And you know how YouTube works. We would really appreciate it if you liked it, shared it. I don't even care if you subscribe. I just want you to say something smart-ass in the comments, because that way we can do more legends, laughs, and continue with some of the weirdest street names this side of the old Mississippi. And again, we can't thank you enough for taking some time. Feel free to, leave a joke, a dad joke, something funny. Tell me my beard looks good, my beard looks bad in the comments, or don't do any of it. It's cool. Appreciate all of you and your time. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. And guess what? We'll do this again, same time, same place. But if you're looking for something a little bit different, there is actually every single day of the week something different that comes out on the Beard Laws socials, whether it's a podcast, a short on the YouTube, or anywhere you can get podcasts. We got a bunch of them. I'm addicted to podcasting and creating. Could be worse. I'm sure you maybe even seen worse on Arsenal Street. All kidding aside, can't thank you enough. We'll be back next week. Take care, everybody.